Coming up on Saturday at Fair Grounds, that's the $1 million TwinSpires.com Louisiana Derby. Let's talk pace of the race. On paper, Scott, there's not a lot of speed in the Louisiana Derby, but it's a mile and 3/16. None of these horses have gone this far before.
They haven't. We're also running for $1 million, so with a full field, there might be a lot more aggression. But we did look at the Risen Star, thought the race would fall apart. It ended up doing so. That's been the case in some of the other Kentucky Derby prep races outside of New Orleans. On paper, this does not look like a race with a lot of speed, but like I said, a lot on the line here, $1 million in a spot in the Kentucky Derby starting gate.
You try to figure out who's going to go and who can go, who's fast enough to go. Shopper's Revenge has made the lead in the past when Gate to Wire when he broke his maiden, but he has trouble breaking from the starting gate. Steve Asmussen trying to rectify that by working him from the gate, his final work leading up to the Louisiana Derby. Good aggressive rider in Ricardo Santana Jr. and the rail.
Yeah, he's going to probably try to go. We'll see if he can get out of the gate. Jace's Road from the far outside under Florent Giroux tried to stalk last time out. It did not go well. I'd be very surprised if they don't try new tactics and send aggressively. And I think Kings Barnes coming in from Florida. If you look on paper, he hasn't been on the lead in either of those starts, but that was circumstantial. He broke well. I would expect him to be aggressively ridden by Flavian Pratt.
As a handicapper and a bettor, you try to figure out who's going to get the right trip, who can get the right distance of a mile and 3/16. The horses that should be in the right stalking position, Cagliostro and maybe even Disarm.
Good price horses, two that we're very fond of. We have both of them in our top four. I picked Cagliostro, you picked Disarm. In that second tier is where we're hoping they're going to be. We don't want to be too far out of it, but we probably expect a little more contention than maybe it looks like on paper.
Pace is an important factor, but who can get the mile and 3/16 distance successfully? The mile and a quarter of the Kentucky Derby coming up in 6 weeks.